Good morning, everyone, and welcome to Food is Life. This is Felicia Nicole, and in this video, I will be making some good beef stroganoff. And I remember my mother used to make this growing up, so this is a bit of a comfort food for me. It's creamy, it's savory, and the beef is cooked absolutely just right. So if you would like to know the recipe, please stay tuned. So I will be using minced garlic, seasoned salt, black pepper, better than bouillon, egg noodles, onion, beef stew meat, tomato paste, sour cream, and all-purpose flour. While we're letting our skillet get really hot, we're going to add our seasonings to our beef. We'll be using seasoned salt, garlic powder, and black pepper. The measurements will be in the description box. Now I'm adding my beef stew meat to the skillet. Now I believe that all stew meat is like the shoulder of the cow, but you can use beef tips, tenderloin, sirloin, or any cuts of beef that you choose. I chose to use stew meat because that's what I had on hand, but if you do decide to use stew meat, remember that it's really tough in the beginning and it needs to be cooked for a couple of hours before it's tender. But once it is tender, it is so delicious and super yummy. I cooked my stew beef for about 5 minutes on each side to get a really nice sear. Now I'm just adding the onion that I chopped up earlier to the same skillet and oil that the beef was cooked in, and I'm making sure to scrape up all of the yummy beef drippings from the bottom of the pan. I'm mixing about 2.5 teaspoons of better than bouillon with 2 cups of water. I find that better than bouillon is much more flavorful than beef stock or beef broth. Then I'm adding it to the onions that I let cook for about 3 to 5 minutes. After adding your better than bouillon to the onions, add your stew meat back to the pan and let it simmer on low heat for about 2 hours. So now we're adding our sour cream, flour, tomato paste, and pepper in a mixing bowl, and we're just going to stir that all up. And remember, all of the ingredients and measurements will be in the description box. And I think the most important step to this recipe is you want to temper your sour cream. Add a few tablespoons of the hot beef broth to the sour cream a little bit at a time and mix it. If you add the cold sour cream or any cold dairy product to an already hot liquid, it will curdle, and you don't want that. I've done that quite a few times and made that mistake. So go ahead and temper your sour cream and then add it to your beef. After adding your sour cream to the beef, you're going to let it simmer on low for an additional 10 minutes. I'm now about to boil my egg noodles for about 12 minutes and then add the stroganoff to my egg noodles. But if you don't like egg noodles, feel free to use rice, mashed potatoes, or any other type of noodle. My mom used egg noodles, so that's the type of noodle that I like to use. But make it your own. Feel free to use whatever you like. And there it is, you guys, my beef stroganoff. This reminds me so much of my beautiful mother. She used to cook beef stroganoff when I was a kid. And if you want to, you can also saute some mushrooms and onions and add to this, and it tastes absolutely amazing like that as well. And as always, please like, share, and subscribe. God bless you, and I love you.